Have you ever like heard it from one of your friends? Hey, he's not that cute. He's not that tall, but he fucking makes me laugh.
Not
And
funny,
before
but
I knew it, I was naked. What the fuck?
not necessarily funny, but they have said, "Oh, he's not the best looking, but I love the way he makes me feel. He makes me happy."
Bro,
Girls
you're
say
cute as
that.
fuck, bro. You're cute as fuck, bro. She didn't say that. I'm backing you up, dog. I'm gonna tag him too.
She's not that into you, no, I don't know why, but she's not that into you.
What up, it's your boy Jay Valentino, and this is a new episode of She's Not That Into You, a show that's bringing you substance on today's dating, coming straight from the source, the women. Today, we have an amazing guest. She's one of my good friends. She is an entrepreneur. She has a boutique. She models a little bit for her own stuff. You know what I'm saying? She's a hustler. And she's a mom. And she's here right here. She's here right here with us. Her name is Angela. What's your last name?
Fernandez.
Fernandez. Make some noise. Angela Fernandez. Let's go. First of all, thanks for coming out today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being here. We've been friends for a while, and we're just talking off air right now about, and I asked you, I was like, is it okay if I ask you this question? And she said yes. And I was like, is it okay if we talk about how you don't post your boyfriend that much on social media? And you're like, sure, I don't care. Ask me anything. I'm from fucking Pomona. I know, huh? So do you feel it's healthier that way
I do.
in relationships?
I do.
I believe so. At first, I used to be that guy that would be like, yeah, me and my babe. Me and my baby in New York. But I started realizing that it invites energy in.
Definitely, 100%.
And I want to say most people, sadly, are not happy for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're an attractive woman. Guys are going to fantasize about you. And most guys, when they find out you have a significant other, they're going to hit that unfollow because I've been that guy. So, is that also one of the reasons you don't post your man?
No, I actually just don't like the uninvited energy. It's not just with guys either. It's with girls. Sometimes they see a good thing. They want to see if they can come in between it.
And her man's tall and handsome too.
Or they want what you have. And not necessarily who you have, but how they treat you. And, you know, they see your life and how you live a certain way. And they, you know, the girls will middle in or the guys want to take that spot. And it attracts a lot less attention when you don't put it out there. So nobody's really trying to intervene.
So you said something like, what they don't know, they can't ruin?
Yeah,
something like that.
If
And
they
why?
don't know, they can't ruin it. They can't touch it. It's like, if it's sacred, the internet doesn't need to be involved in it. You know?
But I'll be honest with you, from the outside looking in and you having a brand, it is more appealing that you look single on the gram because it attracts more followers. Sadly, you know what I mean? Unless you're a family channel, which you're not.
Yeah.
But you also have a boutique that you push, and your stuff is workout stuff?
No, I sell women's clothing. So anything from like basics to going out clothes, dresses, skirts. I sell hats, stockings, all kinds of stuff. Just particularly for women. And it's definitely helped me out. So my big following does help out my boutique.
Right.
But I do like to attract more of the female crowd. So I try not to be so, you know,
Baby,
all,
you gotta
all
show,
about guys.
I know, but you got to show off your clothes, and it's cute clothes, you know, it's going out dresses and all that stuff, right?
Yes, mostly a lot of the things that I'm wearing on my Instagram are for my boutique, including this dress.
Oh, what's it called? You can plug it in if you want. I know
J3
you want
lately.
to. What's it called?
J3 lately.
Oh wow. Okay. Why J3 lately?
I
I thought that was your friend's Instagram handle at first.
No, because me and my friend used to share it at first a long time ago, and it was Jaye. But my son's name starts with the J, so I decided to keep the J, and now it's just J3 lately.
Oh. Back to your dude. How long have you been in a relationship?
We've been together for 10 years.
Holy shit.
We had some ups and downs, probably year, I want to say 2, 3. So we had some breakups, but overall, we started dating in April of 2014.
No way. Like seeing the vibe and seeing the chemistry between them, I thought they were together for like 2.5, 3 years max. It looked like that, which is cool. That's what you want, you know? And he's a really cool dude, by the way. I met him. I
Yes.
was like, all right, let's see what this guy's about. Because she's my friend. I want the best for her. Now, and he's super cool, man. Super supportive. He wanted to go check me out at the Ice House, man. It was super cool. Ice House Comedy Club in Pasadena. Super cool, dude. And before that, how long were you single for?
I'm a relationship type of girl, so I was never really single for too long.
Cool. So you're
before.
codependent. Perfect.
No.
You can tell us.
Semi,
Just go ahead. You're
semi.
J-Lo. It's okay.
Semi, but I'm very independent in my relationship. Like I'm very independent in my relationship, and my honey, he's very supportive. So we're not tied to the hip, and it works out for us.
I like that. I've noticed
Yeah.
that like he doesn't always have to be there, and I
Yeah.
like that you get to do your girls' night out, and he gets to do his guys' night out at the strip club. That's really cool, man. That's I'm over here burning him. I'm just kidding, bro. But I'll see you at the strip club, man. That's super cool. I've noticed that like I invited her to a couple of concerts, and she just took her friends. I'm like, cool. Bring your friends, because that's better for me. You know what I mean? And now we're talking. That's super cool. So you guys give each other your space, and you think that's healthy?
I do. And especially because we don't have any jealousy issues, like in our relationship.
Oh,
we don't
boring.
have
That
that
means he
crazy
doesn't love
stuff.
you.
So it's
Okay,
like
I'm all
most of
toxic.
the time he's dropping me off or he's picking me up or anything like that. If he's too tired, he doesn't like it when I ride in an Uber, but he'll send me an Uber if worst comes to worst. But other than that, it's either I don't post him, but he does come out with me, or he'll pick me up and drop me off because he doesn't like me driving at night. So
Oh, okay.
kudos for me.
So I've noticed that you do post them every now and then. That you don't, that, and like it's when it calls for it. It's like when he tags you on a picture, you repost them.
No, I just when I post him, I don't really.
It's
say
on a story. I know it's
yeah,
on a
it's
story.
not really like this is my man.
Right. Right.
But I just don't like it. Just people will middle in, and for me, it's very private.
Yeah.
When you post them, do you post like a full body picture or just like the forearm and the Rolex?
Right. Tattoo with the Rolex at a
No,
restaurant. 2 wine glasses.
No, it's mainly like I posted one time. I did post the back of his head, or because he had the 49ers
I
You guys
really
were
like
from
this
the
haircut,
guy.
teams,
like
right?
the haircut faded in. I'm sorry.
Oh, you guys are both 49er fans.
Yeah, we
I
are.
remember now.
We
Okay,
are. So
10
one time I
points.
posted that, but most of the time it's if he's having a sale at work or something. So I try to be supportive and I'll post his stuff. But as far as like me and him together, anything romantic like that, I don't expose it. But if you know me personally, you know my man. So
Right.
yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
not something I hide.
No, I respect it. I mean, if you really hit your man, you wouldn't be talking about it right now.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And then plus, if you notice on my Instagram, I have my ring on in every single one of my videos and my pictures. So it's not a secret.
Are you guys engaged, or are you
We
guys,
are. Yeah.
Are you guys? Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, has he been Mexican about it? This was like 4 years ago. He proposed.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
That ring,
Uh-huh.
does it attract more, or is it a repellent?
I feel like it's not really a repellent, but it does change the approach. if
Have you ever
makes
been
any
that girl?
sense.
Have you ever been that a guy approaches you, hey, what's up, man? You're like,
Sometimes when I don't want to explain myself, yeah, I'm like, ooh, sorry. But it's not really inappropriate if people approach me because they see it and then, it's a different type of approach. So I'm not the typical girl that they'll like come to a bar and be like, hey, baby, can I buy you a drink or nothing? So
Right.
it's kind of a more reserved approach. So I would say it's somewhat of a repellent because it repels a lot of that extraness. But, at the end of the day, I still get approached.
of course, guys don't
I
care.
have to handle it accordingly,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's interesting. When are you guys planning on getting married? You want a big wedding, small wedding?
No,
Do girls prefer big weddings?
At first, I wanted a big wedding. Of course, I wanted to invite everybody. But
Yeah.
I feel like now that I'm a little bit older, I don't want that. I want a more small, private, with just the people that I can vibe with, people that
Right.
know us very well and know our relationship well. So those are the only type of people that I want around. I just don't, for me, I'm
That's
happy.
awesome. I
I'm
hope
happy
I end up
being
with one of
private.
those, man. Man, because these girls want the minimum. My boy had a great wedding, nice wedding. I'm not gonna say his name. 120K. And that
Yeah,
was
they're
light. That's
expensive.
pretty light, I think. That's kind of that's a good wedding. But I've heard about, I've heard some 300K, 400K weddings.
Yeah. They're expensive. Weddings are expensive.
Very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that you don't care for all that. Hopefully, I come across a real one like you.
Yeah,
I'll be that guy. Come on, baby. You don't want to like a Range Rover later instead? Like, we'll do half here and then.
I'm not too flashy. I'm not too.
I
I
noticed
love
that. That's
glam. I love glam, but I'm not too flashy. So for me, I want a lot of greenery, a lot of trees, a lot
of weed.
boho.
Awesome. You smoke weed.
Yeah, a lot of that too. No, but I like the whole boho greenery. Just
What's boho?
Nature. Boho's like kind of like the colors of your outfit. Yeah.
Oh, Bohemian. Okay, sorry, fucking hippies. Fuck, I don't know you're legal, dog. I like the boho. What? I know BOGO. Buy one get one free.
Yeah,
Something
I like that too.
Something like that. That's dope, man. Okay, like a lot of girls prefer big weddings. I'm not crazy about those. Well, I've never been close to getting married. Is that weird? I'm
No.
42 years old. I don't see anything wrong with that. Here's the thing, my boy JT behind the camera right here. He was a fully married man for a while at 22 years old.
Wow,
And that's like
that's young.
for a guy that's mentally he was like 18.
Your 20s is when you make your most mistakes. So
Yeah, no, I don't regret it though. It was a good learning experience. I definitely didn't spend 100,000, but I do regret having a big ass wedding because I had a whole big ass wedding with banda and like
You were at over
Wow.
50, 60 then or something, right?
I had 300 guests,
wow,
And each plate's like 40
That's
bucks.
big.
25. So like, and we didn't have padrinos of like, how nowadays everybody's like, oh, be my padrino for napkins and cups and
napkins.
Yeah.
they finance the whole wedding for you.
They finance
We
everything.
didn't do that. We like saved up and the only thing we did get helped was like my parents were like, oh, we got the drinks, and then one friend said I'll get the banda, and then everything else like we paid for the hall, we paid for everything like, and it was like 20,000, but I'm like, damn, I could have gave that as down payment for a house or something.
For a house, easily. Well, I mean, you see
Yeah.
how the universe works. You guys didn't end up together. That house you would have probably took an L or I don't know, whatever. That's crazy. Okay, hell, and you have a child. I like that you said you also don't like to post your child for that
Yeah.
reason as well.
Yes, my son. I
Great.
don't post him. I don't want to expose him to the internet. The internet's crazy these days.
It is.
It's a lot
it
of
is. People have no
perverted
filter, man.
stuff,
They're
a lot of
cutthroat.
trolls. Yeah.
Someone once left a comment on my page that said, "Why does this fool look like he's 45 and 26 at the same time?" That was a good one. That was a good one. I couldn't even be mad at that. I pinned that shit. That was good.
You
I
think
highlighted
you're very
that.
young for your age.
Thanks. It's coconut oil. I'm just playing. I don't drink that much. Oh, I don't drink anymore.
Good.
But I've noticed I calculated from the ages of 21 to 42, from when I was legally able to drink, I probably taken about 8 years off of alcohol.
Mm.
Yeah.
How do you calculate that?
Because there was one run that I had 4.5 years, and I took months off of the years. I would go like 3 months off, 1 month on,
Okay.
and then I'm about a year in like a month in now.
Okay.
So 5 years altogether for sure.
Okay.
5.5, something like that. Whatever.
Yeah, your
Doesn't
skin
matter.
glows better when you don't drink.
It does. I mean, I think your aura does.
Yeah.
Your aura, your
100%.
energy, natural endorphins.
Yeah.
Not to knock alcohol. And alcohol is amazing, dude. I love
Yeah.
alcohol. If I was able to be that guy that just had 2 beers with his meal and called it a day, I would be drinking still. But I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm that guy that has a couple of beers and says, "Hey man, how about we go to Yard House and keep it going?"
Yeah.
And then after that, we go back to my place. "Hey, I have some cold ones at my place, and I have marijuana. Let's do that."
Yeah.
So it doesn't end anytime soon with me. Were you like that?
Yeah, I feel like, you're having a good time with your girls and it's like one shot turns into another and then you're just drinking all
I
night.
remember getting a couple of FaceTimes from you, Buzz. Yes! I made her blush, made her embarrassed. How embarrassing, stupid. Where you at? Come up, pull up on us. Get over here. We're at Nicolas.
Not Nicolas.
We're at fucking holidays. Pull up. I just got pink eye from a stripper.
That's why I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't drink.
Did it
yeah.
affect your relationship at all?
You know what? At some point, I feel like we were both drinking a lot, and we did get rocky
guys
for a little bit.
Bump
Mhm.
heads?
Yeah,
But you
do
guys
feel
are
like-
happy drunks?
Most of the time, yes. Most of the time, yes. But when one thing goes wrong, then when you're drinking, it kind of just goes all the way left.
Well, not only that, but like people
Yeah.
don't think about it. The next day, you guys are both waking up hungover.
Yeah.
And you guys are pretty mute. I'm pretty sure you guys are like, pretty short with each other.
Yeah.
That could probably spark some shit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you guys know you're hungover, like, oh, why is she being so short with me? Or why is he being
Yeah.
so short with me?
Yeah,
You know what I
he
mean?
has a lot of energy. So if anybody was hungover, it's always me.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
He bounces back pretty well.
That's good.
So it's usually like me being like, ugh.
You have
but
anything that bothers you from him? Any icks that you could pull through? Because I know that
Icks?
nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But it's like
Yeah.
whatever you're willing to put up with,
Yeah.
whatever you're okay with. I'm like, oh, so you're like, okay, so what's his name?
Manny.
Manny. So okay, Manny leaves the toilet seat down. Whatever, I'll work with that. Or Manny doesn't do his laundry. Whatever, I got it.
I think, everybody has icks, but I think one of my big ones, of course, it's everybody's like chewing with your mouth open.
Oh, that's a bad one.
that's a
JT
bad
is
one.
horrible at that. He
But
always.
for me, it's like
he never does that.
in
I'm
my
kidding.
kitchen, I like things organized a certain way. And I feel like when he's helpful, because he's very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So when he's helpful, he doesn't put it away right. And I feel like it clutters my areas. And then I'm like, oh, he's going through my stuff like, and then I had to reorganize it real quick. And I feel like that's one of my biggest icks. Like, but we live together.
But it's simple, right?
You know?
It's manageable.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean,
He's
we
not out
combine
there-
really well. We've been together for a really long time, so I feel like those inconveniences always come when you first move in with each other, and then it kind of.
I heard that
settles
really
in.
tests your love right
It
there.
does. It does. It really does. But you got to get used to having somebody else in your space and
Right.
sharing the same thing, and you both have your own way of doing things. So then you had to compromise at some point. You know?
Interesting. So you said that you've been with this guy for a decade now, and I messed around earlier and said, "So what? You're codependent?" I mean, are you? Do you feel like you're? I know it sounds like a bad thing, you know. Or it could just be that you found love soon, you know. Or
I think in a way I am.
I used to be that guy that said you should never hop into a relationship right after after a breakup. You know,
100%.
don't cover up one nail, hold with another nail. But now I'm on both sides of the fence. If you found somebody right after the breakup and that somebody is the one, hey man, kudos to you. But I'm also on this side of the fence where I'm like, yo, you need to chill out, find yourself, work on yourself, heal, and then move forward. Because I don't think
Yeah.
it's fair to that next person. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
How do you
so
feel?
when I first moved back out, because I used to live in the high desert, and
Where's that?
in
Is
the
that
high
the
desert,
IE?
you just
or
go
Palm-
north of the 15
Palm?
freeway.
That's like
Hemet?
Hesperia, Victorville,
Yeah.
Antelope Valley,
So I lived
Lancaster.
out there for a little while.
I got one word for that. Yuck!
I agree.
Go ahead.
I second
That's
that.
a good thing. Yeah, you
So,
don't fit in over there. You're way too
when
attractive.
when I left, I kind of just left everything behind. And I came out here single, and I was by myself. So I detached from the city, the people,
I would have too.
everything.
Yeah, they're
So,
missing teeth out there, of course.
100%.
I'm kidding, Victorville. No, I'm not. Go ahead.
You're so right. So I detached from everybody and everything, and I feel like for that, I was single for a while, and then meeting him, we didn't actually date right away. We knew each other for about, I want to say 2 years. We worked together for about 2 years before we actually started dating. So we would see each other like, hey, hi, and I would always get nervous every time he'd walk by, stuff
shit,
like
you
that.
them, yeah.
So one day he tricked me into going out with him.
Let's go. That's right. That's right, dog. What's up? How did he do it?
No, he was taking out the crew for drinks. I guess they had like a good month, and I was working late, and I was like really stressed out. And he was like, "Oh, you should come out. You should come out and have a drink with us."
How long were you broken up before that?
I want to say, well, I moved out in about June, July, and then me and him started dating. Well, 2 years after that.
Okay, that's
in
not bad.
April.
That's not bad
in
at all.
April. So, pretty much, I mean, I would go on dates. I was in the dating world, but I wasn't in a relationship, So, he's like, come out, have some drinks. I'm taking the whole crew out. I'm like, okay. And I ended up working a little bit later. So by the time I called him, I was like, hey, are you guys still out? And he was like, oh, no, everybody left, but I'm right here. I'll pull over. And then he's
Let's
like,
go. That's my boy. That's how you do it, dog.
So he's like, I'll meet you right here. And then I'm like, no, it's okay if you already went. If you already left, it's fine. He's like, I already got off the freeway. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God. I was like, all right, I did have a long day. And then after that night, we stayed up talking all night. And then that was our actual first hangout because we were coworkers, but we never actually really hung out or anything outside of work. So that, ever since that happened for like 2 years, we were like honeymooning for a long time before things got rocky.
Something like that happened to me, and I like to be vulnerable on this show because, yeah, it's my show, and I should be vulnerable. I should be human about it. I've talked about how I've been left on red. I've talked about how I've been turned down.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one like a few years ago. I had a birthday date, and she thought that it was going to be a group. So when we got to the place, she was like, "So where your friends at?" I'm like, "Oh no, it's just me and you." And then like I'm a cool ass dude, all right? You only get embarrassed if you're embarrassed. So I don't know if that made sense. You only get embarrassed if you feel embarrassed. I never feel embarrassed. But that night I was like, I felt a little embarrassed.
Are you texting your friends on the side?
I was like, "Hey,
Who can
homie,
come right now?"
come pull up on us."
You felt the heat in your neck.
I
huh?
felt that heat on my neck. I was like, "Yeah, it's just us." She's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah." Then in my head, I'm like, "Yo, Julian, you're enough." But and then this girl I actually liked.
Yeah.
She ended up liking cholos and trappers, which is fine. They have more money.
That was like
and
your
time.
old version, the old version of you?
No, this was like 2 years ago. This is like 2 years. This is 40-year-old man me. And
So she liked cholos instead of you. Is that what you're saying?
no, yeah, she likes gangsters for sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, she likes gangsters all day. I've seen it. Fucking tattoos, fucking on their neck, fucking trappers. That guy that takes a picture. She takes a picture of his wrist with the
Yeah.
Rolex. That guy. She likes those guys.
Yeah.
And I felt. Yeah, I didn't trick her, but she felt tricked. I'm sure. Yeah,
"Where's everybody
that
at?"
felt weird on my end, but your guy did it way better than me. Can I get his
Yeah.
number so I can take notes?
Yeah. I'll give it
I'm
to
an
you
open book.
after.
What kind of like? Just to say, if the date was planned, what would be your ideal? Like, what do you chill with?
What do I like for a date? I like scenery, so I like to go somewhere where it feels like nice, where you're comfortable. I like a lot of greenery, a lot of trees. I like outdoor seating. It doesn't have to be the fanciest rooftop, the more luxurious. I like more of a chill vibe, but yeah, I definitely enjoy going out to a nice date because I
After
like
he
to
had-
try new foods.
Right after he had tricked you, did you guys end up going on a first date?
Yeah, we did. We
And
went
what
to
wa-
a comedy show.
No way. Where?
Yeah, I believe it was.
Who's performing?
In Brea. I'm not sure, but I have a picture still. And I don't even know who they were because I never went to a comedy show before. It wasn't like I wasn't into comedy like that. I think I had seen like Cat Williams and stuff like that on TV, but never to go to a comedy show. And
Right.
he's very outgoing, so he likes to go to all like the hockey games, the baseball games, the football games. He likes to go tailgating. He likes to do comedy shows
wow.
often. So he really showed me a lot.
He's extroverted.
Yeah. So
That's
that
it.
was
I mean,
fun.
if
He
the
took me
comedy show
to-
wasn't me and JT, it must have been whack. But cool, man. I'm happy for you guys.
He took me to a few comedy shows when we first started dating. I thought it was
cool.
hilarious.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
How do you like comedy shows now? Do you fuck with them or no?
Yeah, I love going. We still love going. Yeah, like he was saying, we went to one of his comedy shows recently, and oh my God, he loves it. He has such a good time. We went to go see Concrete too, and
Dope.
he just loves the comedy shows. It's his thing. And then he likes to stay all the way in the front so that
He likes to.
so that by chance they can pick on him,
He's
and I'm
extroverted.
the opposite. So I'm like, it's getting hot. I'm like, oh my God. And he's laughing loud. I'm like, they're gonna look at us.
That's awesome that he's like that.
Yeah.
So that's important. A funny guy is important to you. Obviously.
Yeah.
You think most of your friends like that? Funny guys? Have you ever like heard it from one of your friends? Hey, he's not that cute. He's not that tall, but he fucking makes me laugh.
Not
And
funny,
before
but
I knew it, I was naked. What the fuck?
not necessarily funny, but they have said, oh, he's not the best looking, but I love the way he makes me feel. He makes me happy.
Bro,
Girls
you're
say
cute as
that.
fuck, bro. You're cute as fuck, bro. She didn't say that. I'm backing you up, dog. I'm gonna tag him too.
Don't tag.
No. So obviously, so in Spanish, there's a saying that says "verbo mata carita," which means verbal kills looks. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some people, some people looks is very, very important.
Yeah, we've had some shallow ass bitches on this show. Bleep out the bitch part, but keep it.
For me, I like the connection. I'm a Cancer, so I like
Cancers
the
are
energy.
whack. They're weak. They're emotional
We're a
and
little.
passionate as fuck.
Yep.
Cute as fuck. They wear camouflage hats. You know what the fuck going on.
Gonna go hunting.
Um, that's cool. So you know it's crazy. That's not like a double standard. I don't know if I'm using this word right, this term right, but I've never heard a guy say she's not the cutest, but she's funny.
I'm sure it's still a thing.
No, it's not. They gotta have a fat ass and a pretty ass face. I could buy the boobs. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Please hit that subscribe button right now. We're halfway through. Enjoy the rest of the show. I'm kidding. No, but unfortunately, it's different in the guy world. And with us, we are eyes. We're about the visual and then the connection. Right? Because I've probably seen it a couple of times. Like, I know she's not that cute, but she's the best. She's
Maybe
the
they
best.
just don't say it out loud.
Oh, I've had homies that have said it out loud to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but it's something sacred. You know, it's his girl and he loves her.
Yeah.
He's just not super attracted to her. I don't think it's too much to ask for to be really attracted to your partner.
Yeah. It's not. It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't
I
be.
feel like when somebody's really good to you and they make you feel really good inside, just their energy, their presence, I feel like it becomes really attractive. Like the person just becomes really dreamy. You know, for me, that's how I am. If I'm very connected and I don't even see anybody else, like I could walk around people will hit on me and I'm just like, oh, no, not my type, not my type. Nobody's my type because I'm so infatuated with this person, you know? So
You just made my heart skip a beat right now. Please put romantic music behind that right there because that was cute as fuck.
Did it feel like I was
Yo.
directing it towards you?
Yeah, I did. I was like, yo, Maddie, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have a moment with your girl real quick, even though she means it towards you, dog. That's dope. That's super dope, though. I
Yeah.
like that there's still that around. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I think for the most part, most people, you know, are more of a visual. I mean, once again, it's whatever. I'm single because I haven't found it's. I found I found the side where she's cool, but I'm not 100% attracted to her. Or I'm attracted to her and she's like, ugh. You know what I mean? And the one person that I found that had both was a whore. But yeah, it's tough.
Do you make a lot of eye contact when you're dating somebody?
I make a lot of eye contact.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why you ask that, huh?
I feel like because sometimes we get really reserved and like being so picky, or sometimes we're like, oh, you know, I don't like this, I don't like that we kind of psych ourselves out. But when you start like letting your guards down and seeing the other person like a human being and you could see the beauty in them, that kind of like relieves some of those things.
Interesting. Damn. I make eye contact and I do it because when I have a conversation with people, I want to give them that individual attention and that respect. You know, and I'm super ADD and I really had to work on that because I have no problem with approaching people and talking to people and having conversations with strangers and all that.
Yeah.
But I could be a little ADD sometimes. But I do that. But I just think that love shouldn't be hard.
It shouldn't.
Pause, no diddy. Love shouldn't be tough. It should just flow. And I know that because I've been there. I've been there where I'm like, yo, I really love this person. And then I knew that I was really in love with her. I knew that I was really in love with her because I didn't see anybody else, just like what you said. I didn't see anybody else. And at that time, I worked at a strip club.
Oh, wow.
So there was lust everywhere.
Yeah.
And it would get thrown at me. And and it was easy. Like, people complicate love, right?
Yeah.
It should just be like, yo, either you love them or you don't.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I agree.
I'm gonna start crying out. Can we cry together?
Yes.
Okay, let's have a Cancer moment.
A double Cancer
Crab moment. Put the crabs right here. Insert crabs right here. But he's really confident too, though, right? Your dude?
Yeah, he is.
That's
He
a thing
is.
too, man. I've met some fly ass dudes, cute ass fools, 6'4", buff, cute ass, good looking face, probably hung like a horse. The confidence not there.
Yeah. He's very confident.
I've noticed that.
I think maybe because of his background, he was an athlete, and he did really well. So I feel like through his college years, like there was a lot of, you know, recognition, stuff like that. So he knows who he is, you know. He's very locked in who he is. that man, I've known him for so long, and I'd never seen him actually like feel insecure about himself. I mean, he'll change his outfit a few times where he does, but he'll be like, I don't feel like I look good. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Who
But
cares?
as far as like with him being a man, yeah, that's never really been an
Is he
issue.
is he the dad of your son?
No, he's not.
Okay. How old is your boy?
He's 16.
No way.
Yeah.
I thought he was like 10.
Yeah.
No way. Okay.
16.
Do you have a good relationship?
Yeah. That's actually one of my favorite things that made me love him so much because they get along so good. And
Fellas, that comes with the package. By the way, I like to give guys information on this show.
Yeah.
So whenever I talk to the camera, I'm talking to the fellas. Fellas, if you're ever dating a woman with a child, just keep in mind that comes with the package. If you're head over heels over this woman and you guys end up hitting it off, man, just know that if you guys move in one day, that child is going to be there. So you really got to be mentally, emotionally prepared for that child too and be present. And if the dad's around, give the dad his respect and just be the child's buddy, whatever you want to, whatever you want to categorize yourself
Yeah.
as.
it always starts off as friendship.
Friendship, always be his buddy.
Yeah.
Be his buddy. There's a lot that goes behind this, but my thing is just know that the child comes with a package, and
Yeah.
if you're not ready for that, I wouldn't get involved.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Would you date a woman with a child?
Absolutely not.
Okay, then that's
Yeah.
You see, that's
But that's
up
just
front.
my
That's up front right there,
Yeah.
though.
That's
up
my
front.
preference, like because like you said, like I know me well, and like I'm just not ready to be, a stepdad or take on that responsibility.
Keep in mind, it's financially you might have to cough up sometimes too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and
that's
it's
just
good
my
that you're being
preference.
it's good that you're being honest because if you weren't being honest and you got into a relationship with somebody, that wouldn't be good for neither of you, her, or the child. So
And the amount
Yeah.
matters too. I'm just like, with me, it does. I met a beautiful woman that I headed off with a few years back.
the amount of kids.
Dude, she had a basketball team.
Oh my god.
The only cool thing about this is that they were all the same dad. Cool. Then I found out that fool was like from the mafia. I'm like, not cool. And that he was present. Not cool at all. And he was Asian. They don't give a fuck. They make a weapon out of a straw.
I was gonna say he probably had knives in his pocket.
Yeah. So I was like, I can't. She's like, no, it's fine. I totally understand. I'm like, good.
Good.
You have a fucking whole Laker team in your room.
Here's the thing, like I don't have kids, so I just I want my first kids to be her first kids. If that makes sense. So it's kind of like it's not just preference, but it's just like if I don't have one, I expect them not to have one either. Does that make sense? Because I always feel like an asshole when I say.
Well,
that I
you're
wouldn't
looking for
date.
somebody that doesn't have.
What if you hit it
kids.
off with somebody dope, JT, and you're super attracted to her, and
I think the only exception would be like you with like older kids. Like if their kids are already like
and what's
16
the most you could
and
do?
they already know
What's
like
the
all
most
right,
kids
nah.
you're okay with?
Fuck, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I
'Cause
think two is
I can't
max.
even see myself with one. So like, yeah, two maybe would be the max, but they already got to be grown. Like almost about to hit 18. where
So
it's
you're
like,
talking
you know
about
what the fuck's
you
going on.
prefer dating older women
You know
because
what's
you're
up.
talking about a 35-year-old, 40-year-old woman right here, buddy.
What do you mean?
Are you okay with your preference is older women?
Oh, I didn't say that. Who?
Because if they're 16, then the woman's probably gonna be like 35, 36.
Well, I mean, I understand that I am getting older too. So like, my demographic is kind of growing, right? Like I can meet. I'm 32. I can meet a 35-year-old, 34-year-old with a 16-year-old kid. Like that's possible, but obviously, like I would look to date younger. Like maybe 27, 28, right? So I mean, but it's hard, bro. Everybody be having kids. It'd be like a bunch of 23-year-olds with 2 fucking kids. It's
Yeah.
like fuck. So yeah, that's just where I stand.
It's a part of life.
Yeah, it is
How old are you now?
interesting.
32.
32. Okay.
Yeah.
You should probably start. Considering
JT's doing his
soon.
thing, man.
Considering what?
Considering having kids soon.
Oh, well, yeah, that's why I'm trying to find a
Yeah.
mate. If you have a friend who's looking to settle down and it's not a hoe, then, perfect.
The whole part probably not. I'm just I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, I think. By the way, as far as like age goes, I'm super grateful to have that I had my kid at a 33. I think 30 is a great age for a guy.
Yeah.
Old enough, young enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good age. I
Mm.
feel like.
I wish I would have, done it with the woman that I was going to spend the rest of my life with.
I didn't know that.
But me and the mom, I'm glad I knocked her up. She's an amazing mom. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Did you see what she wrote on the story? the
I
other day?
did. I kind of, yeah, I did. I don't remember exactly
It was
what
she
it
wrote
said,
like a
but,
whole like
it
like
was
three
sweet.
little paragraphs.
It's important to have a good co-parenting relationship. Super
Oh
important.
man, I mean the energy reflects on the kids. I remember me and her argued one time out of the 9 years.
Oh wow.
One time in front of him,
Mhm.
and we felt like shit right after, like
Guilty.
because my son never seen that. He must have been like 5, and he was in the backseat. He's all like, "Stop it!" And then we looked back and we looked at each other. We're like, "Fuck." He's like, "Stop!" And he kind of cried a little bit. I'm like, "Oh fuck." It was just
His
one
little
time.
heart was broken.
Yeah, he never seen that. He's never seen that. He's always seen structure. He's a little Virgo too. He loves structure. He loves to know what you're gonna do, and he's on time. Interesting. Are you planning on having kids with him?
We've talked about it. I feel like if it comes, it comes, but I don't want to get to an age where I feel like I'm too old,
What's too old? Tell me.
It's
Because
different for
everybody,
everybody.
looking at you, I would think you're 29.
Thank you.
Are you okay with saying your age?
Yeah, I'm 35.
Damn! I wanted to Kevin Hart her.
Thanks.
Damn! I'm
But
playing.
honestly, I've gotten comfortable with my age. At first, when I first
No.
hit my 30s, it
All
was a
girls
little
think they're
uncomfortable.
old. Girls, stop thinking you're old at 30. It's however old you feel. If you think you're old at 30, that's why we're gonna treat you like you're old at 30. Stop thinking you're old at. I know
That's
40-year-old women that have young souls, and I don't even see them at 40 like that.
Yeah.
I don't even see them like that.
Yeah.
Those I've met 31, 32, 33-year-old women. That, I'm old. I'm 32. I'm 33. Like, okay, then you're old. Then don't get mad
guess
when I
it's
call
not
you
saying-
old.
It's not like, okay, we're old, but we're not young anymore. If
Right.
that makes any sense. But I like it. I've embraced it. I feel like in my 20s, I feel like for everybody in your 20s, you make a lot of mistakes. You're still learning. You're still adapting. You're getting to know yourself. And then once you hit your 30s, you're more financially stable. You know what you're doing. You know
Right.
what you want to do. You've made your mistakes. And now you're ready to like just be cool and like make good choices. you
Listen,
know?
I think the whole age thing comes from both sexes.
Yeah.
Because women think they're old at 30. Guys, we're young as fuck at 30.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to say that to be a dick, but that's just how society and women and men have made this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's true. And
Of-
also women mature a lot faster than men do.
100%.
So it's like we've been with the program when you guys are still like not getting with the program, then by the time you get with the program, we're like, we've been with the program. You know what I mean?
I googled at what age does a man mature? It said 43.
That's terrible.
And then the
Grow
woman's
up, guys.
I've heard that the woman's frontal lobe develops at 25 when they have like the reasoning of their maturity. I'm like, yo.
That makes sense.
So I'm like, I kind of get it.
yeah.
That's why you see a lot of 45-year-olds with like 24, 25-year-olds. Because
Hey, listen,
like,
that's just what I attract,
balance,
okay?
homie, you know?
Balance.
Well, here's the other thing, man. Okay, I'm a 42-year-old man. I tried dating a 24, 25-year-old earlier this year, and she's super cool, but she's still 24 and 25. She was very mature. She was a businesswoman. She ran her dad's business, but she was still 25.
Yeah.
I couldn't. And kudos to those guys that have a young ass girlfriend. Kudos to those 45-year-old men that have a 25-year-old
The
girlfriend.
mindset's not the same.
It's just to each their own. Because I have buddies that are 50 that have 26-year-old girlfriends. Whatever the case is, to each their own. And it depends on the woman as well. But I couldn't do it. I think the youngest I'll go at the age of 42 is in between 29, 28
What were
to
the icks?
32, 33. What was that?
I'm curious, what were the icks of dating a younger girl?
Very emotional. Of course, women are emotional creatures.
Yeah.
I get it. But at 24, 25, that frontal lobe hasn't developed fully. I don't know what the frontal lobe is, but I just heard that term. And that reasoning is not there yet. I couldn't do it. It was
You'll be very surprised. Like I was talking to this 23-year-old girl, and I was kind of skeptic at first because I was like, damn, she might be a little too young. You know, she's almost 10 years younger than me, and I've gone on a few dates with her, but she's very mature. You know, like she don't like going out. She likes reading. She likes doing dope shit. You know, that I think is dope. You know, like so for like a 23-year-old who doesn't like to party and doesn't like to be wilding out like that, it's like cool. So we can relate a lot. You know,
right.
So I mean, there's things that you can relate to the younger girls. Like I mean,
Right.
it kind of makes sense, right? If they're already developed and a 40-year-old, 45-year-old, like, it
Like
kinda
Right, so
they're more mature.
yeah, if they're
so-
mature, then there's a lot of things you can have in common. But if you're dating a 23-year-old that's like on some fuck shit, well, then yeah, you're not gonna be able to relate if you're 42 trying to,
Yeah.
on your grown man shit and she's still on some weird shit. You
Yeah,
know?
they just
Right.
they haven't experienced enough. I feel.
Right, different strokes for different folks, and I probably got a bad apple for sure. I was still with the bad apple because I have a homie that this was a few years back. He was like 43 at the time. He was with a 21-year-old, but this girl was a boss, like a boss. Like she ran his media department with photos and videos and all this, and she was on point, professional, well spoken, mature. So, but I strongly believe experiences make you mature.
Mm-hmm.
Going through shit, trials and tribulations, all that make you mature. But that's also trauma. So, but it's
Reminds me of that episode of Friends where Ross was dating when he was a professor. He was dating one of his students, and she was like going away for spring break, and he was like super uncomfortable with it because that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like you got to let the younger crowd have their experiences and do live their life. That how else are they going to experience life if they jump from skipping that stage all the way to just being mature because you're older? You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's definitely, I would say, something.
Did you ever date young?
I dated somebody who was a few years younger than me. I want to say like less than 5 though.
Right, but it's still a
that
big gap
was-
for a woman.
Yeah, and like exactly what you were saying. The
Yeah.
just the reasonings and then just the lifestyle. It's very different, especially because I'm a mom. So I need I've always been a provider, and I always need to make sure everything's to the T and taking care of everything. So I can't raise another child. So
Right.
for me, I need somebody who can take the lead, who I can count on, who if I'm not my strongest, I know he's got it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just somebody who can hold it down.
You've been with this guy for 10 years. Have you guys been pretty equal as far as bills go, expenses?
He definitely takes a bigger portion.
Okay.
We started living together, I want to say 20.
Because you didn't have a business
18?
at the time. You were barely coming up too, right?
Yeah.
You guys are kind of like growing together.
Yeah. So in 2018, it's been maybe almost 5 years, something like that. We've been actually living together. So when he came on, he definitely took a big load off of me because I was the main provider with my son. So, he pays the mortgage now, and I cover the bills, and we help each
That's
other
cool.
out.
I don't mind that. You know
We
what
help
I mean?
each other out. Whenever I didn't make my biggest check, he'll be like, "Don't worry, I'm covering groceries." Or if he's slow at work, then I'm like, "Oh, I'll take care of this bill." So we help each other out, and I think it's really important just to have that strong communication, because I know that there's been times when we didn't have that strong communication, and it kind of was just like frustration hits. So for us, what works is like just talking about it, just making sure we're transparent with everything, and yeah, it works out. The finances, they work out really well. We've never had any big issues with finances besides one. I guess I would say I wasn't communicating my end as well.
Right. Do you have any homegirls that live different?
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like live different, like son mantenidas, which means
Yeah.
Hold
Not
on.
mantenidas.
I wanna like, I there's a bad connotation with that term mantenidas, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like if you believe in traditional relationships,
Right, I was gonna
there's
say that. I
nothing
was gonna
wrong
bring
with
that up right
that.
now.
Yeah.
And
I was
saying
gonna bring that up right
mantenidas
now.
has like a bad, like negative vibe, which
Yeah.
makes a lot of women think like, no, fuck that. Give them all these masculine traits because
Yeah.
they think they want to be they have to be providers, or else they're gonna be called mantenidas. When in the case, it's not that. It's just you're being
Yeah.
provided for.
Right, and I'm that guy. I'm a provider. When I say mantenidas, I think of a girl. I gotta elaborate. I think of a woman that doesn't bring anything to the table.
Same. Yeah.
Doesn't bring anything to the table.
Yeah. Let's make that clear. A mantenida, someone
mantenida
who's
is
just
just
like,
a
give
lazy
me. I'm not gonna do shit for
shit,
you,
yeah.
and
That's a
that's a
mantenida.
mantenida.
Yeah, because a housewife, a mom, they do a lot. They do a lot. Like if you're making breakfast, you're making dinner, you're packing lunches, you're chasing after the kids, you're picking up, you're dropping off, you're doing you're busy all day, But
Right.
if like you said, if you're just staying at home, not doing anything, if you don't know how to cook, you're not cleaning, and you're just waiting to be taken out, like that's a
I've
mantenida.
seen
That's
that.
I don't understand how people can be attracted to that type, but each to their own. Some some guys like princesses who don't lift a finger, and that's what they like.
You know
what
what?
I
You're
mean?
right. You're right. But no, I mean, I've been living alone for like 10 years, going on 10 years now. And JT, I mean, not to brag, but how's my house? How do I keep my house?
Pretty clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty clean. And that's because that's the way I was raised. And also, I mean, a woman should see that if she steps into my place, I'm setting the tone. This is how I
Yeah.
live. All right. So if you're gonna come in here with your fucking dirty laundry and put it everywhere and fucking your thong on the floor, or you can leave that there because I'm gonna put it in my on my chandelier. I'm kidding, but I think guys should also set the tone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't. Don't be just a waste of space.
Yeah.
Support me. Take care of this, and I'll take
Yeah.
care of the rest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Relationships are supposed to be a team. You don't want to overexhaust one person. You know.
I like that because we've had some, different opinions in this show
Mm.
where the woman wants flowers every week
Yeah.
and not the freeway flowers that Don Hector is selling.
Yeah.
She wants buchona.
Buchona,
Every
Conroy's
week?
flowers, anything.
He
Not
knows
even-
all the brands on that because he
Yeah.
buys them for his girl. I'm kidding.
I do not be buying flowers, big dog.
Yeah. Are you big on that? You
I
think
still,
you feel it's important after 10 years of being with
I still
somebody?
get flowers maybe not every week. I would say every other week. But
Oh, shit.
yeah, sometimes it's every week.
Fellas, don't lack on the flowers. I used to be that guy back then. Now I'm a little bit more.
Yeah.
Is this really something? Before
It's gotta be worth it.
No, well, because I don't like to give a woman the illusion that we're gonna be together or that I really like her unless I really like her.
Yeah.
Now it's on some. Before it was just like, I'm a Cancer. I love you. Marry me. Take this. Take that. Take my life. Take my heart. Now it's just like.
She loves me.
Now it's like what my mom said. I sound like Forrest Gump. My mom always said, a relationship is like a bag of chips, one at a time, one chip at a time. Don't dump the whole hot Cheeto bag on them. One chip at a time, little by little,
Yeah.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good reel. Okay. Yeah, how do you feel about that? Were you all in? Were you being a Cancer when you first started dating him?
Yeah, I'm very reserved. So it takes a while for me to open up. But once I open up,
Then they get that mushy stuff after the crab legs.
then I'm obsessed. Yeah.
After they crack open the crab.
Yeah.
Cancers are crabs, by the way, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very reserved, but once you're in, you're in. Then you can't go nowhere.
Those are the crab legs
Gotcha.
grabbing onto the guy. Damn. What's his zodiac sign?
He's a Pisces Aries cusp.
I have no idea what that is. So,
So
he's right in
he's-
between.
Is that a new?
considered-
Is that a new something? Like a new
No, it's
Is
just
that
like
a
when
new
you're right in
Pisces
between.
New
new
Fool
lump
Unlocked?
sums? Yeah, new fool unlocked.
I don't know too much about it, but I know it's just when you're right in between two signs and you take on like traits from both, pretty much.
Right. So he's fire and water. Pisces is fire, is water,
Yeah.
and Aries is
I
fire.
guess. Yeah, so he could be a little fiery because that's where his outgoing personality comes out. That's when he's like, woo, his wild side. But he's also very mushy and lovey. Like when we first started dating, he gave me he for like Valentine's Day, he made me a photo album, and then he actually put like all the selfies, like pictures that we went on trips
That's player.
on.
That's player.
Yeah, he would do a
That's
lot
cute.
of really
That's
nice
dope.
stuff for me. Like,
Take notes, fellas. Look what they like. Simple shit.
but for me, it was like it wasn't like, oh, he bought something for me. It was more like, this is so cute,
He
and
made
then there's
it.
like all of our memories in there. And
Effort.
yeah, and then he would bring me like my favorite makeup that he knew I liked or something, or he would just
That's dope.
leave me something, But he was always very romantic, and he's really into romantic comedies.
Oh, he is?
So yeah.
Okay,
he's
well,
really-
that's gay. But I mean, the rest is cool. I'm kidding.
I was
I'm
like,
kidding.
babe, can we put a little
I'm kidding.
suspense on?
So here's the thing, like,
Narcos. Let's put
So,
some Narcos on.
guys, a lot of guys out there think that's simping. They call that simping these days. It's not simping, bro. Just
No.
it's cute, bro. It's the details.
Yeah.
Women pay attention to details, man. Women pay attention to your shoes, your teeth, your fingernails. They're detailed creatures. I think that That's very important, and that's
Yeah.
cute as fuck on his end. A lot of guys don't know to do things like that. They're like, well, I don't know what to give her for her birthday. I'll give her some dick. How's that?
I feel like everything's a competition nowadays.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's
no,
like-
but people don't know. They really don't know sometimes. Some people are.
Yeah.
He's creative.
Yeah.
That's creativity. That's dope. He thought about that. Oh, that's dope. I got all these pictures on my phone. I'm gonna do a photo album. I'm gonna do this and that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna write on it. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
effort.
Yeah.
Fellas, you could do shit like that, and it's like easy to do. It's like at Costco or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go to Michael's, go to Staples, go to Dollar
Yeah.
Tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't go to like like a Walgreens, because when you connect your phone, it shows all the pictures on the screen, including the nudes. So don't ask me how I know. It happened.
I have a question. So you're like a relationship girl, which is cool. How do you know, or like, what is like an obvious sign that you're not into a guy? Like, what is something you do?
Oh yeah. What's an obvious sign that she's not that into you? Thanks for staying with the topic, JT.
That she's not into you. Signs that girls are like, what is it for me?
Well,
How
just
I
for you
feel.
in the past, like
you.
you know, when you were single and somebody was trying to get at you, and you like, what is a sign or something that you would do to let the guy know, like,
I'm not that into you,
I'll
bro.
read between the lines, my boy. Like,
Ooh.
I'm pretty good about establishing like a friend zone. Like I'm pretty good about the way I present myself. It's not misleading, but for me, I don't really like too many guys, so I'm very picky. So in order for me to actually like somebody, then that's kind of like a green flag for me. But as far as like me being like, I don't like him, it's not that many because I don't really interact with too many guys.
Did you like
I don't-
guys that try to get at you that you weren't into? What did you do? You kept it short.
Oh.
You didn't make eye contact. Your body was shifted to one side and not giving them your full attention. What was it?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
But you see, that's still sweet. You're smiling, and you're a sweet girl, and that's cool.
Everything I say is a closer.
Oh, got it, got
Like
it.
a conversation ender. Like,
Wait,
You
what
see,
do you mean?
guys are dumb though. We're dumb sometimes. Like, I don't like to call myself dumb.
they'll catch on though.
But some guys are like, oh, she's having a good time. She's smiling.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Oh, got
Oh,
it.
wonderful, huh?
Cool.
You know, like the dismissive.
You know,
kinda...
sarcasm's a sign of anger, right?
Is that sarcasm?
A little bit.
so you keep it short. That's what you're
I
saying.
keep it very short, and I don't do like an open conversation. If I know he's hitting on me, I don't entertain the conversation. If it doesn't feel like he's hitting on me, then by all means we can have a regular human interaction conversation. But if I do feel like someone is coming on to me, then I kind of just do close it down, like
Gotcha.
shorten up that convo.
How do you go about friends that you friend zone that hit on you? Has that happened?
I don't. I mean, I don't know. I'm not understanding the question. Hold on.
Yeah.
Do my friends hit on me? Is that
No,
what you're
no,
saying?
no. Have you ever friend zoned somebody, right?
Mhm.
And then they try hitting on you later, even
Oh,
though you
yeah.
friend zoned and you put them in the friend zone.
Yeah. You just close it down again.
Just have to do the same thing over again,
You just
doggy.
Shut it down nicely again.
Keep it short.
Yeah. Keep it short. It was nice talking to you.
So, fellas, just read between the lines, homie. If she's
Yeah.
being short with you, if she's being Jay Valentino with you, just fucking ignore her, dog, and keep it pushing, all right, dog? It's a numbers game, homie. It's a numbers game. If you approach 100 women in one night, dog, one of them's gonna land, and hopefully it's a girl because it's 2024. I'm kidding. I'm
You're not
kidding. Some
lying.
guys like girls with Adam's apples.
Oh.
Angela, you've been amazing. That was fun, super chill. A lot of cool insights on relationships.
Thank you for having me.
A long-lasting relationship, and I wish you guys eternity.
Mhm.
And the DJ, as far as your DJ goes on the wedding, I'm not gonna DJ because I'm expensive, but I can find you a good one. All right.
What, I can't afford you? I did say I wanted a small wedding, though.
Right. Yo, I go by the name of Jay Valentino, and that was another fun-filled show of She's Not That Into You with the amazing, amazing Angela Fernandez. Thank you so much.
She's not that into you.